The moments right before the start for the rest of the field are eerie. Few words are spoken. They say nervous people get like that.
Holy crap, the beginning of that swim, it is scary as all get out.
The swim is probably the point where I feel the most anxiety. It's scary out there.
It's a feeding frenzy. There's nobody out there that's your friend. It's a small corridor of 1,800 athletes with all this pent-up emotion, and they're ready to go, and you're just standing in their way.
Slapping your back, pulling on your legs.
It's a washing machine. Elbows and arms and kicking and screaming.
It's like a cross between swimming and wrestling.
I'm not a strong swimmer, so, you know, I tend to be sort of where the bulk of the people are, and that tends to be a little more physical.
There's water in your lungs, there's spray in your face, you got feet, elbows, everything slapping you in the face.
And people climb right over your back and kick you, and that's just the women.
And in everyone's effort to go forward, you are being hit, you're being kicked, you are just trying to stay calm.
After the frantic start, the swimmers find a line, and then realization hits. 2.4 miles to go. Near the front of the pros is last year's champion, Faris Al Sultan, out to defend. Millions have been touched by these two. That's Dick Hoyt and his son Rick. Cerebral palsy hasn't stopped him from getting a full education and sharing an active life with his dad. From the Boston Marathon to here, they've started and finished them all. But it's been 7 years since they last finished here, and that was the second time they had done it. This year, something is very different.
This is definitely going to be our last Ironman. Our goals for the 2006 Ironman Triathlon is, first of all, to complete it. We haven't really set a time that we'd like to do. We just want to be able to finish it.
To do that, they have to beat the cutoff time, like everybody else. All the swimmers have spread out and are in the midst of a grueling 2.4-mile swim. Soon, for the pros, time to get out of the water and get on the bike as fast as possible. The symbolic first swimmer to hit land is Francisco Olopantano of Spain. He's a symbol of soon to get caught. That's Linda Gallo, only 7 seconds later. But like so many who lead the swim, they end up fading because it is a three-pronged race. A collegiate swimmer, Joanna Zeiger, is right there. She always is. One minute later, Australian Olympian McKeely Jones enters the mix. And Zeiger clearly wants the prestige of being first out. Last year's champion Faris Al Sultan assesses his competition.
There are probably 20 guys out there that are physically able to win the race. And if you see us train together, I mean, there's not much difference.
Pantano is first on the bike. But Al Sultan is right there, as is Australian Chris McCormack. Joanna Zeiger has taken the women's lead with a quick transition. Now, her land legs need to get with the program. Next is last year's second-place finisher McKeely Jones. Prior to last year, she suffered a bike accident where she wasn't able to train for 6 weeks.
Well, compared to last year when I fractured my hip and didn't quite get the run training that I needed, definitely this year is 100% better.
Jones made the change to this Ironman distance at 36 and finished second. Now 37. Some think that's a little late for a breakthrough. Emerging from the water with all the men in the blue caps is Texan Desiree Fickert. She's trying to become the first American woman to win the Ironman Triathlon World Championship in 8 years.
My swimming is the weak spot, and I think mentally that's where I'm probably the weakest because I didn't grow up swimming, and I sort of had to learn. I started swimming when I was 22, and it's just taken a few years to build up the confidence.
So Desiree's only been a swimmer for 7 years, but she's among the elite women because that's Kate Major, who finished in third last year. They say you can't win the Ironman in the swim, but you can lose it. It applies to Natasha Bodman, the winner last year and in 6 of the last 8. Comes out of the water 12 minutes behind the leaders. Historically, she's been great on the bike and strong in the run. And she's going to need all that today. In spite of her trouble, her resume gets into the mind of everybody.
I think she just focuses on the right thing. She focuses within. And we're all still busy, looking at something else or worrying about where she is. And she's just going on her way. She just keeps going forward. And we're like, oh, where's Natasha? Oh, where's Natasha coming, And I think that's why she's winning.
If the top women are going to look for Bodman, they need to turn around because she's in 34th place out of the water. Last year, she had the 5th fastest bike in Ironman history. Then there was another one she never finished and got sick. You never know. Step 1 is done for Brian Breen in his Ironman debut. A quick hello to John Blaze, and he's off. A year ago, that's where Blaze was headed. The swim cutoff is 2 hours and 20 minutes. 76-year-old Madonna Buder is good to go. Feisty lady.
This guy kept nudging me, and and I thought, I'm getting tired of this. And I thought, oh, I could so easily pull your goggles off. The thought must have transferred to him because I never saw him again.
Now it's a 112-mile bike ride for Sister Madonna Buder. And everybody better stay out of her way. The Hoyts approach the pier in this their final Ironman. Dick has helped Ricky's physical imagination lift his spirit beyond what his body will allow and think that he is doing this and that they are doing it together. All they want to do is finish, but they are past the cutoff time. And someone has to deliver the harshest news of the day.
Well, Dick, you know what? It was a tough day out there on the swim for everybody, not just you guys. But you did it. You pulled them through. And I'll tell you what, every time it just must be an incredible thrill for you to do this for your son.
In sports, athletes retire, and they do so with memories of their greatest days. For Dick and Ricky, this is one of them to cherish. 1999, when the two of them came to Kona to suffer in the heat of the Queen K like everybody else. They watched the sun set over the Pacific and did not stop. When he was born, doctors said Rick was doomed to a life of darkness. Yet here, they emerged to the bright light of a different place. One where they became Ironmen forever.
I get my inspiration from Rick, there's no doubt about it. He inspires me and he motivates me.